Oh, Miss Chloe, Miss Chloe. If this is how it's going to be, trust me, I think I'm here for the long haul. Hey, you guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video and tuning in for Spillitboy TV for what I have to say about this little situation here. We got Chloe Bailey. She has actually jumped onto the scene again. She's actually performing her song, Have Mercy, and she did it at Jimmy Fallon. She did it live, and I mean, live. Like, she didn't play around at all. So I'm going to talk about it just a little bit, what Miss Chloe Bailey had going on. I'm going to start off, of course, with wardrobe. I'm going to start off with wardrobe. Now, Chloe came in, Chloe, straight up Chloe. She didn't pull any punches. She is basically on brand. This is the thing with Chloe, because we keep getting this thing with her where people want to compare her to Beyonce and say, oh, I wish she stopped being like Beyonce. She just be her. You get it out of your head and just kind of let her go. And that's where I was. I said, let me sit down and let Chloe give me Chloe. And I think that's what she's done here. Now, you're going to see traces of Beyonce. You're going to see it. You're going to see traces of a lot of things from the past, because again, this is what she's learned. This is what she's learned, and this is kind of what she does. But I saw Chloe in this performance, and I was pretty happy with it. Now, there's some things that I'm gonna definitely say, I don't know, and we'll discuss it. And you all hit the comments and tell me what you think about that. Some people are going to agree, and I'm sure some people are not. But that's the whole thing. Welcome to Spillitboy TV. Listen, okay, so we'll start with the wardrobe. This little look here. Now, when she first started off, she literally, you see, she has this completely feathered halter situation going on, and it really is, the top of that is loose, and it's actually covering basically what is just a bodysuit, which is, for the most part, very Beyonce, but very Chloe Bailey. Chloe Bailey don't wear clothes. That's just the way it is. And it just so happens Beyonce doesn't wear clothes. But when she first started, the bodysuit portion was actually covered, and her whole look was very Diana Ross. It was a completely oversized skirt, over exaggerated, very, very Ross. It was even, they even stuffed the ruffle at the bottom, completely Ross. That is completely Ross. You couldn't even see the floor underneath her. I absolutely loved it. I love what it gave. I was like, okay, Chloe, this is what I'm talking about. And it was really on a whole different level of class. And I'm not going to pull any punches. It was a whole different level of class. Now, you see, sitting behind her, we have actual violinists. We have a pianist back there. You have a Grecian column back there. The lighting is awesome, and it's simple. And I'm living for all of it. It just kind of, it screams simple class. It's not overdone. It's not overdone. It looks very intimate. Truly, the look of all of it was really too much for the song. The song itself doesn't hold up to the image that she created around the song. The song is what it is. It's a cute little street song. It is funny that it's actually come out when it did, because we're going into the winter months. This song would have probably did even better if it came out in the summertime, like at the top of the summer, because that's what it gives. It gives standing in the parking lot, pop, 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 pop. That's what it gives. But anyway, she has this really, really sexy, it's so funny because I couldn't really tell whether the sandal was gold or silver. I want to say that it's silver, and that it's actually reflecting all of the situations going on around it. I'm thinking that it's silver. Her stockings were sickening. They were a sickening pair of stoned stockings. Fabulous. Everything very, very showgirl. She actually ripped the skirt off after, because she started off the performance singing Have Mercy in C sharp minor. Y'all better get into it. Y'all better get into it. And again, did it bring me to think of Beyonce? Yes, it made me think of Beyonce a little bit. But I'm going to tell you who actually jumped to my mind right after, because I'm constantly saying, throw the Beyonce thing out. Just look at her and see what she's doing. And who came to mind was Jill Scott. Jill Scott came to mind because Jill Scott, though Beyonce does it as well, but Jill Scott is the master of changing the whole atmosphere of the song, and she will play around a lot of time in C sharp minor, that old Jill Scott. So Jill came to mind, and when Jill Scott comes to my mind while you're performing, that is a good thing. That is a very good thing. Like I said, the level of artistry that was actually being put forth is actually really, this song itself is kind of beneath what it was that she was actually doing. So clothing, stay clothing. That's basically it for the clothing, because she doesn't wear clothes. And she was draped in diamonds naturally. She has diamond rings. She has these blue nails, which I said, come on with the pop of color, which really gave us some youth and didn't make her look like she was trying to play dress up. She has these blonde, her dreads are wrapped. They're wrapped and it's blonde. That's Chloe. Okay, that's the whole Chloe Bailey thing. Now, I'm gonna throw this out for you all. How long do you all think it's going to be before Chloe's not in dreads anymore? It's just something that just came to my mind. And I'm not saying I want her out of dreads. I really don't. Because it's part of kind of like who she is. Like when I look to see Lettucey, I'm looking for dreads. When Lettucey cut all her hair off, I was like, the voice, I was looking for the voice. But when I think Lettucey, I'm looking for dreads. So I'm hoping that she doesn't. But that's just a question for you all. Let's kick that around. How long do you think it will be before she stops using the dreads, or stops having them? Because I'm thinking that somewhere down the line, this is just a prediction. There's going to be some wigs. She's going to do some wigs. There's going to be some different looks, and it's not going to be always a natural look. And then before long, I just got a feeling that she's not going to be a natural girl anymore as far as hair goes. Does anybody else think that? Please leave it in a comment and let me know what you all think. Okay, anyway, we're done with that. Let's talk about the performance. Like I said, the setup, gorgeous, everything in white. You know, I love white. I do. I love white. Just give me a white background and let me do what I do. So I love that. Like I said, she started off in C sharp minor. She sang the song, and I'm sitting there and I'm laughing. I'm like, you had better sing. And she was singing, and it was live, very much so live. And she was killing the vocal. I was living for the instrumentalist behind her. I was like, y'all better do it. I was very impressed. I really, really was. I was very impressed, and I was getting my complete life. Then we move on. She rips the bottom of the skirt off. Now we see, okay, now we're in full Chloe Bailey. Okay, we're in Chloe Bailey. And though she just had on a bodysuit, most of it was covered. You were only getting the hand. Her whole full behind wasn't out. You know, usually her behind is out. Usually, you know, it's very scantily clad. This was very, it wasn't Magic City. It was more, it's giving you showgirl. So I was here for it. I was like, okay, Chloe. And then she went and she starts playing on her soundboard. And she's doing the Lord have mercy. And she's playing on her soundboard. I said, girl, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Because what she was doing on the soundboard live was no less impressive talent-wise than when Alicia Keys sits at the piano and starts playing the piano, or her busts out, starts playing the guitar, I was just as thoroughly entertained and impressed by her playing on that soundboard, and she was rolling that soundboard like she was at a keyboard. I was like, come through here, Chloe. She was tearing it up. So I was here for that. She grabbed her mic back and she went to performing. And again, you can't get her vocal, child. Her vocal was just there. And she sang the song, but again, it stayed in this whole orchestra type of, it was, listen, first of all, the vocal on the original track doesn't match the feel of the song, which is what makes the song pop. You're doing all of this vocal acrobatics on this song that doesn't even deserve it. It just doesn't even deserve it. It doesn't deserve the vocal treatment that's on that track. It really doesn't. So it just worked. It worked. I was here for it. I was like, okay. And then she was really doing it up. Like she stretches notes and she'll jump in different octaves. It was just working. And I was here for it. I was here for it. Now, this is where I have my little issue. I didn't want her to do the floor performance. Have Mercy has this floor performance toward the end of it. And that's where I was like, oh, I wish she would have actually left that part out. But again, that's the Chloe Bailey thing. That's the Chloe Bailey thing. She's down there and she's kind of doing her thing. And it's like you remained, and I hate to use, well, we got to use class because that's what I've been using since I came on here. The classiness of the whole situation kind of dropped at that point for me. And it did go to Magic City because, again, showgirls don't do that. Showgirls are very up and they're very pop, pop. They do that, but they're up. They don't wallow on the floor. That's very Magic City, which I'm here for both. I'm here for both. Listen, girl power, however, busting it open is cool, and standing there with a fan and giving this is cool. But with where we were and the mood that she set, I wish she would have kept it standing. I really do. I wish she would have kept it standing because everything was very this the whole time. And then toward the end, it gave this. And I was like, okay, all right. So just that was my only draw. I loved everything else that was going on. I just wish that she would have kept it standing and she would have removed the floor performance part of it. Now, it is what it is. She turned Jimmy Fallon's show out, as far as I'm concerned. And I think this is going to be, I'm going to tell you what this reminds me of. And I'm going to pull the Beyonce thing. I'm going to pull the Beyonce thing. But check this out. Do you remember the first time when Beyonce performed Crazy in Love on BET? With the multicolored thing going on and her standing on her name and all of that. Do y'all remember that? It was fantastic. But every time she performed Crazy in Love, it started to change. The performance got better. It started to get smoother each time she did it. That's what I'm seeing already. So whatever. I don't think that the Beyonce comparisons will ever stop. I'm going to make a conscious decision to try to not do it so much, but I don't think they'll ever stop. But at least it's good stuff. It's always good stuff. And you picked up the good stuff, which do she have any bad things, but you picked up the good Beyonce stuff. And I'm seeing this every time I see her perform the song. It's different and it gets smoother and it gets better and she's getting more comfortable. Well, she actually did kill Jimmy Fallon. She turned the show out. She looked good, damn sound good. And it was good. It was good. Nothing to take away. It was good. And I can't wait to see what you do to it the next time that I see you do it live. And there will be a next time. Chloe ain't going nowhere no time soon. Not at all. And I'm going to tell you, this is how I felt. Even though, I was fussing about the floor performance. This is how I felt about the performance as a whole. When she got done and I was just sitting here, this is how I felt.
Glory to God. Oh, I love it. Watch out, Mother. I love it. Down in my soul.
Listen, go load it up. Check it out on YouTube. The performance is on YouTube under Jimmy. Go check it out. Go to Jimmy Fallon's page and check it out. It was really, really good. I really did enjoy it. Chloe, girl, if this is what we're doing, I'm telling you, I am here for it, Chloe. I'm here with you for the long haul, baby. Do your thing. Do your thing.
And feel like